Hello there and welcome back to Leafy Lake Zoo, our Planet Zoo franchise that is based on the Rollercoaster Tycoon original. And today we are going to start with a brand new habitat. But before we do so, here's a little announcement. In today's episode, there's going to be a cameo of Albert. If you don't know who Albert is, well, you missed out on potentially the most legendary stream we ever had. And you gotta figure out. Stay with me, keep your eyes open, you're gonna find Albert. There's also going to be like a little bit of something to win. But before I'm gonna talk about that, we need to place down some leaves and some trees and some stuff like that, because we are moving on with Leafy Lake. As I have already explained in the last couple episodes, I want to do this just one more time. So this is a zoo based on Leafy Lake, the scenario in Rollercoaster Tycoon 1, which, if I'm not completely wrong, is the third scenario you're playing after Forest Frontiers and Dynamite Dunes. It definitely is something special to me, because it obviously counts to those that I've played the most in my life, like the first 4, 6, 7 ones, I think up until Evergreen Gardens and Diamond Heights are the ones I played the most. And so I thought it was a good way to bring back some nostalgia, but pair that with a brand new game. And at least in terms of what is nice for this very scenario over here, this very park, we can say that the new DLC obviously is amazing. A lot of these animals will find their way in here, and we even have fake swans already on the lake, as like a fake attraction of people who can get these swan boats, like these paddle boats, going along the lake. So yeah, there's already a story along the swans, and they will obviously be housed on the lake. There's no way around this. So yeah, also I did find a little exploit in franchise mode, how you can spend infinite money. I want to say though that you don't have infinite money, but you can spend infinite money. So if you want to know about this one, stick with me. I'm going to explain that in the real-time part, how exactly you're doing this. It's very simple, but I never noticed that before up until this very build here today. However, this entire habitat is going to be for the Amur Leopard, something we have voted on for in the live stream. And if you guys are kind of a person who likes to catch me live eventually, make sure to check out my Twitch channel. I unfortunately cannot promise to be regularly online. I try to be at least once a week, but in the last couple of weeks I haven't even been able to do that because of work, because of being tired, because of, it's a very exhausting time of the year. So I will try to maintain at least the once a week schedule in a way. And honestly, as soon as YouTube would work a little bit better again, I could try to go for more streams, but it's always like a little bit of a balancing act for me. I only have so many hours in the evening, to be precise, 1.5, maybe 2 hours in the evening I have time to do YouTube, and that includes everything, like cutting the video, recording the video, thinking of a story, doing some research, and all these times I have to do this in 2 hours an evening, if at all, so it's like, if everything works fine during the week, I've got 10 hours maximum for everything. And if you consider that I'm uploading 3, maybe even 4 videos a week at the moment, I only have like so much time to do this. I've been very efficient in doing many things. I've got templates and stuff that I can, spend 2 hours on editing all the videos, for example. But that also means I have to be very efficient in doing what I do. And hence I can't stream, because stream is more laid back and you're not getting as much done. For those of you who are in stream, that they know what I'm talking about. But it's fun. It's super fun. I like the connection with you guys. I like to connect with you directly in stream. We keep having laughing flashes every single stream, and again, last stream has been the most hilarious in a long while. Albert has been a very good pleasure at times, and also we discovered something new that we are going to do every single stream right now. Just to give you a little glimpse before we talk a bit more about the habitat, no worries, we're gonna spend some time talking you through the habitat too, but the one thing we figured out we will use a wonderful Photoshop to improve games. Well, in fact, we're not improving them, we're making them horrendous and bad, but this is also how Albert came to life, for those who don't know, but you'll figure out in today's video maybe. And if not, highly recommend joining my Discord. Link is in the description as always. you may want to see that. And also, if you guys haven't ever played this game or want to play some other nostalgia games, check out Instant Gaming, also link in the description. They have, for whatever reason, even better deals now compared to Black Friday, at least for some games. And I've found some really good games that you might be interested in, like everything under 10 euros and stuff. So maybe if you want to try out something new in the cozy wintertime now, I would highly recommend checking this out, because I was a bit confused to why they have so many good deals after Black Friday. Always these advertising people, just as I am. Anyways, now let's talk about the habitat. The Amur Leopard has been the animal of choice, and I wanted to do something different in this specific habitat. I wanted to bring in a bit more height elevation, and so the idea was to put the main house, like the indoor section for them, up the hill. And then I figured, okay, but to make the guest go there and see them, we need to have two like little towers. And I figured like 2 towers around the lake would be very beautiful as well, because you can't only see the Amur Leopard on the one side, you can also overlook the sea, or the lake on the other side. Sorry, that was just a German thinking mistake. In German, sea means See means lake, and Meer means sea, which is super confusing. But that's why I'm sometimes still have that issue. But obviously, you can overlook the lake. And then I also thought it was a good idea to have this raised so that we already have some height elevation changes in the habitat per se, because these animals, well, they come from a rocky, hilly area anyways, naturally, so it makes sense to give them that as well. It's also more pleasing for the eye. It makes the whole habitat more interesting looking. That's why we brought this in too. And I decided to go for the building style of the main building with a very simplistic standard zoo style or standard European build style, because that is also something that you will find in Leafy Lake in general. Like, this is the style you can go for in Roller Coaster Tycoon. To be fair, it would be more Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 style, because in 1 you don't really have that much scenery pieces. But basically you don't. I think you don't even have walls or anything. Honestly, I forgot if you got some with some of the updates, or the add-ons, I should say. I forgot if that was that, or if they were added with Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. It blurred too much for me personally, because they're so similar, yet so different. I think it was in 2, but yeah, just to be sure, I obviously drew the most inspiration from the in-game houses that already exist, something like the toilet building, the entrance buildings, and stuff like that. And then I tried to mimic this style in a realistic building. And at the end of the video today, you'll definitely see how this works. It works out. If you go into like bird's perspective and have an aerial view of the area, it just works out. It really looks like there is something in here. And it really mimics the style I wanted to go for. And it just kind of gives me the Leafy Lake vibes, and that's exactly where we wanted to go. I also figured that this building has a little face over here that looked very surprised. I don't know if you figured that. If not, just swipe back for a second or two. The house is... Oh, you can see it on the right-hand side there. The house was very, very shocked to be open. But yeah, so you can see, very simple. I made like an implied backstage area with the door and the gate, so that you can imagine there would be a bigger like cage area in behind, but I just didn't want to build this for the franchise. It just doesn't really add anything. I wish this was something for the game. I mean, if we're talking about a Planet Zoo 2, which we have to do again, because I think my video I did a couple weeks ago was more realistic than even I thought. At the time I was recording the video, I made up my mind about, hey, how cool would it be to have a Planet Zoo earlier than maybe people think. But realistically in my mind it was like, okay, there's no chance that this is even in the plannings. But then a couple days later, when the announcement of Frontier came to refocus on the creative management simulation games, and including 3 confirmed Planet games in the next 3 years, I was getting a little bit more hesitant to if my prognosis was so wrong with a new Planet Zoo in 2 or 3 years. And now, with the latest DLC and kind of what I think Frontier would be doing best in the next couple of years, I think I had a point. And maybe we are about to see a Planet Zoo 2 in, well, maybe 2, 3, 4 years. I think that's very possible. And so I think one of the coolest things I have never thought about up until building this habitat was like, why don't we get like prefab cage pieces? Like, why can't we get some cages? As in for like really like lions and big cats, for example, that you really actively need to have these cages in which they can go and where they can get some food or medical, stuff like that. Because realistically, as it is in the zoo right now, your keepers wouldn't just run into the lion habitat or the leopard habitat. They would just need to close off the gate doors and stuff like that and need to bring them into the cages, and they would realistically feed them in the cages and stuff like that. So I would really welcome that if you have a mechanism to put in gates, or should I say airlocks or something like that, and then pair them with like actual functioning gates where you could say, okay, as soon as a lion passes the gate, it closes the door when you say it's maintenance area time, or maybe you have like you have to plan it, you have to schedule a time of day where the animals then automatically go back into their cages and then the doors close, and only if every gate is closed, the keeper will get in. And you could even start doing some fancy stuff like malfunctions of the cages, and then you need a mechanic before they can treat the animals and stuff like that. That would actually add a very cool layer, I guess. But yeah, in terms of the habitat, you can see I'm going for a supernatural version here. A lot of rocks, a lot of nature, a little bit sunken down on the one hand side, raised on the other hand side to make it very interesting for the people to see the different height elevations. I will play a lot with like mesh fences and stuff so people can really look a lot, but they are not included in the time lapse. In a couple seconds, we are already jumping into the real time part to keep it sort of short, today's video, for you to have like a bit of a better experience. And we're going to have a detailed look at the habitat, no worries. So yeah, a lot of plants, a lot of shade for the animals, also spaces to hide, little water feature for them to have a good clean drink in the summer times, and in the winter maybe some fun to play on an ice rig, I don't know. That would be fun. But yeah, so that should be it from my side. And if you have spotted Albert by now, you are in for a treat. Put down the numbers, or like the time code where you found him, and you may become the Albert member of the week in my Discord. So read more about that in my Discord, but now hand off to Rudi. And here we are in the real-time part. I actually have the game on pause for a second, but I will actually play it for a split second so you can see there are 2 Amur leopards. And yeah, it's quite a stretch. I've quite done a lot in the meantime between the last bit of the time-lapse and this one over here. The reason for that is relatively simple. I didn't want to make the video awfully long, and also there's so much that I needed to do in little things. But today I will make it a bit different than usually. I will actually show you exactly what I've done. So first things first, this is our little food court area. There's nothing specific over here. I left these shelves open because we will get hopefully some items with the new update. I'm just like having a little bit of hope that we get some of the scenery items for the new shops, as items. If not, I can still put some other stuff in here, but there are hopes that this might be a thing. And then I built like a kind of staircase thingies over here, which I just kind of covered up with these things. I might actually put like a pole in here too, and I will just maybe just gonna put like a wall in there just to make it a bit more nice looking, that there is like a wall. Let's just also rearrange these things. They are basically in the way. We can put them to our graveyard of unused or used blueprints, I should say. And then we also have this blank space I wanted to quickly tackle together with you guys. I will go and put some benches over here, and let's de-check the breeze. Also, I had some financial issues in the meantime because I just wasn't paying attention, and I found a little hack. I found something that I didn't know in this game was possible, but I'm just about to tell you. I mentioned that already in the time-lapse, if I'm not mistaken, but if not, there is an exploit how you can still spend money without even spending money. The problem is you have to start this exploit while you still have money. Now, the way you do this is as soon as you are building inside of a group. So let's say you go into this group. This is the fence, by the way, that destroyed my money. I don't know, it's super expensive. But if you're in the group and you just copy these things and you start building, you can put down as long as you want. I was able to go to minus 50,000 without even noticing, because I didn't pay attention, because I thought, if I'm bankrupt, I will notice. I will not be able to put these things down. Well, I was, and that was a bit of an issue, to be honest. So yeah. So also, wait, yeah, hedge is correct, whatever. Let's get rid of the random rotation. I'm just gonna put this neatly in between just to have like we have a bit of a fencing here with the hedge this time around, you know, just making like a little bit of a nice kind of cozy seating area for them. Like I decided to, you know, use some hedges again. We have the hedge maze, but other than that, we didn't really use the hedges so often. And since this is like classic Roller Coaster Tycoon inspired, we need a lot more hedges. And also I will make some more planters that go really along with the classic style. I didn't really do too many of those quite yet. I just started to be a bit more like this over here. Like it's not as natural as I would usually do it, but I thought, you know, this is something that would be done in classic Roller Coaster Tycoon style. So am I going to make the hedge go, or am I going to make like a, you know what, I'm just going to make like a connection between here. Let's just go to the tree bark space, and then we're just going to do it that way. Yeah, there you go. That's looking nice. I'm not sure what I'm going to do over here. There's like a little bit of an ugly... I might actually put some, I don't know, maybe concrete or something like that down. Maybe grass. Just like I wanted to make this area being covered a little bit more. I have an idea. You know what we do? We go to stone, and then we're just going to use, where's that piece? There's like a wall piece. Let's go to the walls. Again, I'm not going to make this like super long here, but I want to break free. I think this one is nice for the ground. Let's see. That's not the one I wanted. That's not the one I wanted. That's not the one I wanted. This one also functions pretty well if you put these down. Then you can also use them as very nice ground thingies. And since we can recolor them, we can actually go to like a muted, almost marble cover kind of color. But is that a little bit it's too much. It's too much for this area. Let's go with this one. I think this is fine. This is also pretty much nice because you can recolor this. So we're gonna make this like a bit more marble, I don't know, ivy colored. It's not ivy, but you know, you get it. And then what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to cover a little bit of this area here so that it looks a little nicer. I mean, we have the hedge as like a corner piece over here anyway, so I'm just gonna bring this over so that this looks nice. The problem is I can't really do this just by copying it around, else I needed two of them, but I think this way it'll work. And so that's that, and then I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4 make a building out of this. And what you want to do then, just as a little tip for me, just use the center ones and then up and down a little so that they're not the same height anymore, so you get rid of the Z fighting, and then you can just from over here, just a little bit easier to copy these things around, just trying to align them properly, up and down again. There you go, that looks a lot better. And yeah, from over here I'm gonna make like a strong edge here, and now from this way on I'm just gonna go and rotate the whole thing. I'm just gonna bring this in to align this with the main road a little better. So there you go. And then I'm just going to follow this guidance a little over here. Hopefully it should actually work just about. So the good thing with these stones is you don't need to pay too much attention to the texture. It just kind of works anyway. So I think this is beautiful. And now over here, let's see if we can use this piece also that way around. I think it actually works. I think it's fine. I think this is kind of neat. I don't know if I need to. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna stretch this out. Over to this side. I think just gonna finish that over here. It will look a lot nicer. So we're just gonna kind of end this here, and let's copy these ones over too, just to make that look a little bit more finished, you know, just like this. And then from over here we can basically align them, and then just up and down, so avoid the Z fighting. Just gonna do this. Actually, can I think it might look nicer if I give this a kind of cut like this. Yeah, that'll look a lot nicer once it's pretty much in. There you go. I wonder what Albert will say to this. For those of you who've been in stream, you will know Albert by now. Oh, look at that. It just kind of looks neat. I think this is exactly the kind of plaza vibe I wanted. And now let's just take the hedges and, oops. Why the heck? Just, yeah, there you go. Stay down. Stay down for a second, and then I'm just gonna follow the hedge here. Like just a tiny bit, not too much, just like so. The entrance to the tower shall be hidden with hedges too. just so that we have a little bit of framing here. Sweet. And I'm just gonna put like a little hedge here. So it's like almost like a little separation. I think that's fine. And then we can also put like a bin here in front. And then we go to like these facilities. We can put some normal park benches here and here, and let's rotate so you can sit a little bit in the shade over here. So yeah, everything for like not recording for too long. I'm already 7 minutes in. Great job, Rudi, great job. Okay, but you get the idea. Okay, let's have a little look at the animals then, and also what I've done in the meantime is the habitat. So I haven't shown this one, but this is the finished version of it. Look at that. This is pretty cool, like with this little water stream in here. Then you have got this bridge going over. The people can see the bridge from over here. It's slightly tilted, you know, that it just makes a little bit of a nice tilt. And then you've got an animal go here, and then this is like their little house. I think it's very detailed, specifically for a franchise build, and I think it just kind of hugs very nice into Leafy Lake Zoo. And like with the little lakeside we also did in stream, as you can tell over here, I really feel like we are starting to make Leafy Lake come alive. And the more I look at it, I think it works. I think the idea works. I can really imagine once this is fully done, that this is gonna look really cool. And honestly, I also have to admit that with the new animals, we potentially will make a little bit more ground in the next couple of episodes. So I'm planning to make like another bigger habitat over here, like a mixed habitat. Not sure if any of the new animals can go together in a habitat, but maybe this is gonna be like a mixed African habitat with primates. Like we've got mammals and stuff like over here, and then you're gonna put like the primates over here. I'm not entirely sure, you know, could be something like that. The swans will be living in the lake, in the central lake. There is nothing that can stop me from doing that. And why can it not be reached? You're telling me that wait a sec, so the staff traversable, oh, it's just over there. That doesn't, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna put this here. And then it's reachable. Whatever. Okay, so this is sweet. We have to deal a little bit with conservation in the future. Wait, did they escape? Wait a sec. This is confusing because usually they should not be able to escape, as you can tell. Where are my animals? Oh no, wait. This is the traversable area, and there is the animal. How the heck did you? Wait a sec. You're not meant to be escaping. But you're looking pretty much as if you could. What the hell? Why and how did they do this? Okay, see, just to fix it, and I think, yeah, what the hell? This is not cool, guys. This is absolutely not cool. How is this even possible if... Oh boy, sometimes I just hate the game, honestly. And I wonder why this wouldn't work, but I'm just going to do it this way now. Like a double kind of security thing. And now they shouldn't be able to escape. Let's see if they do anything real quick. Otherwise I need to have some spikes. Stop it! Just go over the bridge now. There you go. That's the stuff we like. Look at this, guys. Now this is exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, let's just do this as the end of the episode because oh, that looks, yay! Look at that. We have it passing over. Oh, sweet. I love that. It's basically the Amur Leopard overpass we have over here. Ah, this is so good. Okay, how does it look from the other side? Because the sun direction is a little bit unfortunate. And it's also running to the other side. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Let's go up here real quick to just have that. It's so big. I just made it way more big than I needed to, but I just wanted to do it this way to be 100% certain that it can traverse over there easily. Like, and also if you look at it, it's not even that they have like huge space to walk. I mean, they have huge space to walk on. Honestly, I can't even make it. I use these glass pieces so they kind of define the width of the bridge. I can make it actually thinner. Huh. I'm wondering if I should. Yeah, whatever. You tell me in the comments. I can still make it thinner. I kind of like the bridge as it is right now to avoid any kind of problems. But yeah, just let me know in the comments. Oh, look at that. It just took like a... This is the advantage of making it wider. So it's not even doing this weird central spline walk kind of thing that I usually do with the bridges. So in this sense, I do like it, but it obviously is quite wide. But yeah, I like the overall look of the habitat. I liked how this habitat just kind of embeds in this area with this little height incline. So really like it. Hope you guys do too. And yeah, that's it from my side. I hope you guys enjoyed it in terms of the new animal and whatnot. Please let me know in the comments down below what you want to see next. And we need animal names again for the Amur Leopard and also for some newborn animals. So we have, I guess, about 20 new names available. So make sure to put name suggestions down below in the comments. And I talk to you in the next one. Thank you so much. And as always, if you haven't subbed to the channel yet, you would do me a huge favor in order to do so, because that will help me grow the channel and give me a little early Christmas present. So thank you so much for your support. I talk to you in the next one, and goodbye.